World War II was the deadliest conflict in human history. Over 70 million lives lost, empires crumbled, the world was reshaped forever. But behind the epic battles, the tanks rolling across Europe, the bombers darkening the skies, there was a hidden war. A war fought not with guns and grenades, but with minds, machines, and unbreakable secrecy. This is the story of the secret WW2 operation that changed history forever. The Allied effort to crack the Nazi Enigma code known as Ultra. It wasn't one single raid or battle. It was a relentless, top-secret intelligence war that gave the Allies eyes into Hitler's innermost plans. Historians estimate it shortened the war by at least 2 years and saved countless lives. Today, we reveal how a team of brilliant mathematicians, linguists, and eccentrics at a quiet English estate outsmarted the Third Reich and kept it secret for over 30 years after the war ended. Welcome to the untold story of Enigma, Bletchley Park, and Operation Ultra. To understand how revolutionary this breakthrough was, we need to start with the enemy's weapon, the Enigma machine. Invented in the 1920s for commercial use, the Germans adapted it into a portable encryption device that they believed was unbreakable. Picture this, a typewriter-like machine with rotors, plug boards, and lamps. When you typed a letter, electricity flowed through rotating wheels, scrambling it into a completely different letter on the output. Each day, German operators changed the rotor settings, plug connections, and starting positions. With billions of possible combinations, the odds of guessing the daily key were astronomical, over 150 million possibilities. The Germans used Enigma for everything: U-boat positions in the Atlantic, army movements on the Eastern Front, Luftwaffe orders, even Hitler's direct communications. They were so confident in its security that they sent messages in plain German, assuming no one could ever read them. But they were wrong. The first cracks came not from the British, but from Poland. In the late 1930s, as Hitler eyed Poland, 3 Polish mathematicians, Marian Rejewski, Jerzy Różycki, and Henryk Zagałowski, reverse-engineered Enigma using pure mathematics. They built mechanical bombs, early code-breaking devices, and by 1938, they were decrypting thousands of messages. But then the Germans added more complexity, 2 extra rotors, making the machine 10 times harder. The Poles knew time was running out. In July 1939, in a secret meeting in Warsaw, they handed over everything to British and French intelligence: Enigma copies, blueprints, decryption methods. One British attendee later said it was like being handed the keys to the enemy's safe. When war broke out, the Polish team fled through Romania to France and eventually some to Britain. Tragically, Różycki died in a ship sinking in 1942, but their legacy lived on. Now the burden fell to Britain. Enter Government Code and Cipher School, GCNCS, relocated to a Victorian estate in Buckinghamshire called Bletchley Park. Codenamed Station X, it looked like a quiet country house, but by 1942, over 10,000 people worked there, mostly young women operating machines, mathematicians, chess champions, linguists recruited from universities. The star? A shy, eccentric Cambridge mathematician named Alan Turing. Turing was a genius. He'd already laid foundations for modern computing with his 1936 paper on the universal machine. At Bletchley, he designed the bomb, an electromechanical device inspired by the Polish bomba, but vastly improved. The bomb didn't decrypt messages directly, it tested thousands of rotor settings per minute, looking for logical contradictions in the encrypted text, using cribs, guessed plain text like Heil Hitler that appeared often. One bomb could do the work of hundreds of humans. By 1943, hundreds of bombs were running 24/7 in outstations, making a deafening clatter. But Turing wasn't alone. Gordon Welchman improved the bomb with the diagonal board. Tommy Flowers later built Colossus, the world's first programmable electronic computer for even tougher codes like Lorenz. Women like Joan Clark, Turing's fiancée for a time, broke naval Enigma. Thousands of unsung heroes, many in their 20s, worked in shifts, living in secrecy. They couldn't tell families what they did. Officially, they were clerks or in the army. Bletchley was a melting pot. Crossword experts from newspaper contests, Egyptologists, even debutantes, all bound by the official Secrets Act. It wasn't smooth sailing. Early war, blackouts, The phony war gave time, but then France fell in 1940. The biggest threat, the Battle of the Atlantic. German U-boats were sinking Allied ships faster than they could be built. In 1941 alone, over 4 million tons lost. Churchill called it his greatest fear. Naval Enigma was the toughest. Extra rotors, no predictable cribs. For months in 1941 to 42, a blackout. They couldn't read U-boat traffic. But captures changed everything. Royal Navy boarding parties seized code books from weather ships and U-boats like U-110 in May 1941. Pinches, they called them. With fresh keys, Bletchley broke back in. Suddenly, ultra-intelligence revealed exact U-boat positions. Convoys rerouted around wolf packs. Sinkings plummeted. From 1943, Allies hunted U-boats relentlessly. The tide turned. In North Africa, knowing Rommel's supply shortages helped Montgomery win El Alamein in 1942, the turning point in the Desert War. Before D-Day, Ultra confirmed Hitler's belief in the deception of Operation Fortitude, that Allies would invade at Pas-de-Calais, not Normandy. Patton's fake army, dummy tanks, all reinforced by Ultra, knowing Germans bought it. On the Eastern Front, Ultra warned Stalin of Kursk in 1943, though he had his own spies. Even Coventry, myth says Churchill let it be bombed to protect Ultra's secret. Actually complex, but secrecy was paramount. To hide the source, Ultra was dressed up as aerial recon or agents. Double agents like Garbo fed false info back. The greatest fear: if Germans suspected Enigma compromised, they'd change it. They never did. Minor tweaks, but arrogance kept them blind. What was the impact? Historians like Sir Harry Hinsley estimated Ultra shortened the war by 2 to 4 years, saved 14 to 21 million lives. Without it, longer Atlantic battle, failed D-Day perhaps, even atomic bomb on Germany first. Post-war, Ultra stayed secret until 1974. Churchill called codebreakers the geese that laid golden eggs but never cackled. Turing, tragically persecuted for homosexuality, died in 1954, pardoned posthumously. Today, Bletchley is a museum. Colossus led to modern computers. This secret operation didn't just win battles, it pioneered computing, intelligence, and proved brains could defeat brute force. The hidden heroes of Bletchley Park changed history forever. Thank you for watching. If this story amazed you, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. What other WW2 secrets should we cover?